The South African Police Service has launched a manhunt for suspects behind the shooting of 2 police officers in Pretoria over the weekend. In the first incident, an off-duty constable arrived home in Soshanguve on Saturday morning and he was approached by armed suspects who then gunned him down and stole his service pistol. On the same day, a police captain was shot and injured during a shootout near the N1 highway. The officer and his colleague were confronted by 2 armed criminals who shot at them before fleeing the scene with the captain's service pistol. The officer was stabilized and then treated at the scene. Now, Lesiba Thobakgale is the national spokesperson of the South African Police Union, joining us now from Pretoria for more. Lesiba, good afternoon. I guess condolences to your colleagues and yourselves would be in order at yet another officer in blue being gunned down. I mean, we keep on hearing up the terrible stats of gun violence in our countries, and you in the police service are also targets.
Thank you, Braden, for having us, and greetings to your viewers back at home. It is another sad day where we have lost one of our own in the hands of the criminals. And we are referring clearly, Braden, to Constable Dihoro, who is a SAPU member who was indeed attacked by these criminals during the early hours of Saturday. And when they shot at him, they stole the service pistol and leaving him to die there. It is another sad day where we have also learned about another police officer who was attacked around Montana area here in Pretoria. And we are still grateful that he did not lose his life. But this challenge that we are talking about, Braden, I think several times as an organization, we've been upfront about it, that the issue of police killings in this country, it is not being taken serious by our government. We have been clearly making a call that police killings needs to be declared treason, for it is crime against the state. And up until such time, it is declared treason, criminals will continue to be on a rampage in killing police officers in this manner. And the very same criminals who are killing police officers are the very same criminals who are also terrorizing our community members. We have also seen in KwaZulu-Natal that 10 people were murdered in Maritzburg, in Pietermaritzburg, and also in KwaMashu. So clearly, the issue of illegal firearms, Braden, it is a challenge that this country has. That is why our second call that we made as an organization, that the issue of re-establishment of specialized units like your murder and robbery, a specialized unit and also firearms unit, are those units that we need immediately. Except dealing with the issue of declaring police killings as treason, we also need to deal with the challenge that we have of illegal firearms that are roaming in our streets, that are posing a danger to our police officers whom are executing their duties. Some of them, they happen to be targeted even when they are isolated, when they are off duty. These criminals don't even care whether you are on duty or you are off duty. But if they want to kill a police officer, targeting them clearly because one is a police officer, targeting him further, knowing that if we kill him, that we are going to get a firearm that will go and utilize to go and kill other police officers, to go and kill community members. Really, this is a challenge that SAPS management and also our government needs to take it very serious, brother.
Now, Lesiba, among other things, you're calling for harsher sentencing when you started answering. But how else can cops take back control from the criminals who, as you've said, are very brazen?
We are saying, Braden, our members must not die with the tools of trade at their disposal. They must fight fire with fire. As long as whatever they are doing it within the ambits of the law. Because it is said, indeed, where members who are trained, they end up losing their lives in this manner. It is indeed inhumane for criminals to be targeting police officers. So we are saying that our members, they need to indeed fight back when they see that their lives are in imminent danger or the lives of others around them are in imminent danger, because it does not help. We are making this call and we will never stop making it for it to be declared treason and then facing harsher sentences. But we need to have a proactive manner, not only to be reactive for them to die and then thereafter, that is when investigation and so on, one get to be sentenced and so on. We are saying that our members, they need to indeed fight for themselves so that they can survive out of all circumstances that they come across, more especially when they are faced with criminals who are just there to kill.
Yeah, what does the law allow a police officer who's under attack to do? What can a woman or man in blue uniform do when or if he comes under violent attack?
Section 49 of the Criminal Procedure Act, then it is clear that when the life of a member or the life of a member of a community are in imminent danger, a police officer is allowed to act and apply that minimum force under reasonable circumstances. That is why when we are making this call to our members that they should fight fire with fire, we are making it clearly informed by the Criminal Procedure Act that they do everything under the armpit of the law at all times, not for it to be outside anything that is unlawful. So that is the call we are making to our members, that they have done Criminal Procedure Act, they know the law at all times, let them act within the parameters of the law, but they must not allow themselves to die having those guns at their disposal, because if their lives is in danger or the lives of others whom they are protecting and whom they are saving within our communities are in danger, they are allowed in terms of the law to really apply the minimum force that is reasonable under the given circumstances.
Yeah, Lesiba, finally, what kind of tangible, practical support you'd like to see from SAPS management to protect you and your fellow officers?
We are saying that the SAPS management, whenever there are incidents of shootings, when they go there, they need to be objective, because members, when they were acting there, they were acting, being on duty, they were acting, and anyway, a police officer, in most cases, you can always place yourself on duty even when you are off duty. For the fact that you are a policeman, you remain the same. But they need to give our police officers support that they need, not for them to go there and prejudging them, because it is not upon management to judge whether they acted appropriately or not. We've got the courts that are available for them to make such judgment. But then SAPS management need to give our members even that moral support. They need to make sure that our members, after they have attended even such crime scenes, they've got even support in employee health and wellness. Imagine to the captain who was shot at Montana, the trauma that he's living with now because he has survived, and which we hope that he continues to survive, and even more. Imagine the trauma there of after such a shooting incident that they have came across. That on its own, it is traumatizing on its own. And support, the emotional support, and even the psychological support from management, it is needed clearly, because our members go through a lot after attending such crime scenes like them being shot at. That on its own is not a nice experience, and it's not everyone who survives through it so easily without any necessary support. So management must come and stop judging our members. They need to give them support and allow the courts to be the ones that are making that judgment, not SAPS management.